yoga. Today I have a topic on thyroid. Now let us understand what is the job or the role of the thyroid. Thyroid is a very important gland in our body system and we should take care of our thyroid gland. The job of the thyroid gland is to three important things. It controls the growth of the cells, the tissues, the growth in the body, and the repair of the cells and tissues, and also metabolism. So thyroid is the seat, the gland where it controls the metabolism in our body. Whatever we consume has to be metabolized or burnt. The energy has to be converted and not be stored as a fat. When we have a slow thyroid or our TSH levels are high and our free T3 and T4 is not very active, the symptoms of thyroid problem starts, and the symptoms include you feel cold, you feel tired, we put on kind of a weight gain happens, swelling can happen, and mood swings are there. You feel very weak and tired and cold in case of hypothyroidism that we get when we have a thyroid issue. And the food is not getting converted into energy, and the metabolism is very slow, very sluggish, because the thyroid stimulating hormone is not active. Let me come into proper way of getting into treating the thyroid problem with diet. So when we have a thyroid problem, there are some certain things which are very important to consider so that your thyroid gland can become a little better. Firstly, we have to have some restrictions with the food patterns, like to not consume too much of any of these food products. Too much of tofu is not really good, and even if you're taking the cruciferous vegetables, if you have iodine deficiency, then you may have to limit it, or at least try to boil it and have it, like these broccolis and the cabbage, cauliflower, all these cruciferous family of the vegetable groups, which if you have iodine deficiency and your body is not absorbing iron, because it inhibits the iodine absorption. Secondly, we should avoid any kind of gluten foods and consume more of gluten-free foods of the whole grains, like the gluten bread, gluten pasta, and gluten-rich naans and all that we should avoid, and consume non-gluten and whole grain products. Coming to another point, coffee and thyroid is a case where caffeine it slows the metabolism down, so you may have to limit your caffeine intake. And even if you take coffee, your medication of the TSH activating hormone, you need to take it after some period of a gap of 2 hours, like that. As you know, you would have consulted your physician, there should be a gap. All right. And yes, of course, you may have to limit your processed foods and all these fried foods and sugary foods, oily foods and fatty foods. All these is going to inhibit, or it's not going to improve the activation of the thyroid gland coming into this. And the best part that you may have to understand is to increase the good foods that you have to take. Taking the selenium and zinc products, selenium and zinc product rich foods of the eggs and whole grain products, lots of other mix of vegetables and fruits, including dairy is very important, and boiling up your foods and vegetables and not eating too much of raw foods, you should avoid it, and have all the cooked vegetables and all the whole foods and whole grain foods and whole dairy products is all good enough to have and consume. Yes, having said all this, the best way to know how your thyroid gland can function better is to strengthen your gland. It is very important to strengthen your gland. Though you may be taking your medication of thyroid pill, it does not strengthen the gland. It does not strengthen. So directly you need to apply yoga sequences to strengthen your gland. Yoga sequences can definitely strengthen your gland, and you can also wean your medication slowly. So coming into yoga, because It activates directly your thyroid gland. Yoga is only one form of exercise where it activates all the glands from your pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, your pancreas, and your ovaries glands, like that. So all these glands get activated when you do your yoga practice, and I'm going to show you some yoga sequence that you can do for people with thyroid problem and how to go about it. We'll get started with the asanas we have to do for thyroid problem. Understand that when you do yoga, you're directly stimulating your thyroid gland, and the TSH release is much better, and it activates your T3 and T4. Your levels can improve when you're regular, even after 1 month, and with good lifestyle, having healthy eating habits and doing moderate exercise with yoga and breathing, you're definitely much better. You yourself can cure your thyroid problem. Let's get into the asanas. First one, we're going to go with Viprita Karni, or legs up the wall, because this is the first way to release your stress. Sometimes because your cortisol level is very high, or the thyroid problem could be also because of high stress, and the stress is not released out of the body system. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system. So yoga has a direct connection with the nervous system. It really calms you down. And let's get into legs up the wall and Viprita Karni. Come onto the yoga mat, have a wall which you have a support to put your legs up the wall. Just get very close and put your legs. It's so nice to do legs up the wall. Really releases your stress, calms you down. The one thing that you have to make sure is to exhale into your throat for 5 breaths. Make a soft hiss sound into your throat for 5 breaths. As long as you can do the long exhalation into your throat. So do Viprita Karni for 5 breaths. As long and slow you can go, that is good. The second one, we're getting into the asanas. We'll come into the asanas. After your Viprita Karni, you get into your cat and cow, or lift. You come into all fours. Lift your chin up. And exhale down, tuck your chin down to your chest. You can also squeeze your belly in. Inhale, lift your chin up. Breathe in, breathe out, tuck your chin down. This is your second one, where you go in for your cat and cow pose. Come to your third asana, which is your camel Ushrasana. You don't have to really do a deep Ushrasana, but just raise your hands up, inhale, circle your arms and place it at the lower back and lift your chin up. And be here for 5 breaths, exhaling deep into your throat. This is for 5 breaths. Stay here. You can also make a note of it, what to do after which pose and how to do it. You got to do that. The fourth one, after doing the Ushrasana, your heart rate increases very high. You will have weakness when you do your asanas, because when you have too much of thyroid problem, you have a lot of weakness and you may sweat, you may swell. So this actually increases your heart rate very high. After this, come into your child's pose, which relaxes you. Put your palms down and your forehead relax down. Just exhale into your throat for 5 breaths. The fourth one, you're going in for your upward facing or Bhujangasana. Just lift your chin up. Press your palms down, putting weight all 4 corners of the palms. And exhale into your throat with a soft sound. The next 5th asana, you're going to get into your mountain pose. Exhale your chin down to your chest. Press your palms down, your fingertips, press your heels down. Even if your heel is coming up, just be on your toes and tuck your chin down to the center of your chest. Stay for 5 breaths over here and stay here. Exhale, drop your knees down, come forward and stretch your legs forward. You will get into Paschimottanasana or the seated forward bend, which is also good for your thyroid gland. Inhale, exhale, reach your hands forward and tuck your chin down. Look down to your knees. It's okay even if your palms are here or here or here. Wherever it is, just look down to your knees and tuck your chin down to your chest. Exhaling for 5 breaths. After this, you may want to get into your upward plank, Purvadasana. Lift your chin up and stay over here. 5 breaths deep, soft hiss into your throat. Next, come down. Just giving you basic yoga practices that you can do, not getting into any advanced postures. Setu Bandhasana. Now lift your hip up as much as you can and put your palms down. Even if you're able to tuck your palms in, it's also good. But try to lift your hip up as much as you can and you will see your chest, your chin and chest come into contact. Make a soft hiss sound to the center of your throat. Relax. Finally, you stretch out your legs and you may get into Matsyasana or the fish pose. It's okay to put your palms here, or if you're also good, you can tuck your palms under your butt and lift your head up to the crown of your head up and lift your chin up and look down inside. Just breathe normally here. Into your Matsyasana. Very good to strengthen your thyroid gland. Exhale, come forward and release your hands out and stretch your palms out. Relax, just say ha. For 5 times, just exhale saying ha. And slowly say the ha into your throat without doing the loud ha. Do the soft ha. And you can come into your sitting posture. So this is a good way to strengthen, stimulate and release the thyroid gland hormones to regularize. Finally, you will come into your breathing practice. Just 2 breathings I will show you. The first one is to do the Jalandhar Bandha. Inhale through both the nostrils. Exhale. Tuck your chin down. After your exhalation, stay for 4 breaths. You can also just hold your chest, your chin down to your chest. One important thing is that your backbone has to be straight. Your back has to be very straight, and without moving your back, you just have to tuck your chin down. You should not come forward and do this without moving your back. Just tuck your chin down so that there is a good close contact. And inhale as you come up. One more time. Inhale, exhale and tuck your chin down. Stay here for 4 to 6 breaths or as much as you can. Lift your head up. The second one, you're going to do the Ujjayi breathing. So you can do the ha sound and then the soft hiss sound in the Ujjayi breathing. So inhale and say a ha and just open your mouth with a soft ha. Inhale and a ha. As if you have the waves in the sea, you feel the soft ha. And you can also keep your mouth closed and do the soft inhalation, exhalation into your throat. Exhale with a hiss sound into your throat with the Ujjayi breathing. You can practice the breathings for about 5 to 6 for a beginner and increase to 9 rounds of all this. The Jalandhar Bandha and the the two kinds of Ujjayi breathing, and this will definitely help to increase the thyroid levels in your body, and you can wean off your medication pills slowly. Keep doing your yoga practice early in the morning or in the evening when you feel very light, and it's also at least do it at least 3 times in a week to start off and get into a healthy practice of doing yoga. And definitely your medications may not give you the best result, but yoga will definitely give you the best result. And I've seen many people who say that my levels are much better when I do yoga class, and that's good if you also try it, and you will feel that yoga is the best way because there is direct stimulation to your throat, including having your regular pills and having the regular diet. Also yoga is key to increase the metabolism in your body. Give it a like, thumbs up, and I look forward to come with more yoga tips in my YouTube channel. And